ladies and gentlemen, Chief Master Instructor Kenny Smith of Total Force Training Group. I tried to film this video out for everybody last night, but my camera decided 2 sets of brand new batteries were dead. So, what are you going to do? What I'm going to talk about after I clear my weapon. Weapon is clear. What I'm going to talk about is the combat drawstroke and a few misconceptions about it. And the first misconception is there's a lot of people claiming to have invented a new combat drawstroke. It seems that everybody has their way of doing it. The fact of the matter is, anybody that says they invented it, they may have developed a new technique, but the person who invented the combat drawstroke was the first person who pulled a pistol out of some manner of carrying device while they were being shot at. Maybe not even a pistol, maybe it was the old hand cannon. Anyway, there's nothing new about it. The keys to a combat drawstroke are, there's really 3 important parts: accessing the gun, presenting the gun, and extending the gun. I thought I felt something rattling. But again, the first step is obviously getting to the gun. Now, to me, I'm not going to teach you this as a separate step with gripping the gun, because it's just plain not. And anybody who says otherwise, they're foolish. If you're going to come back here, my hand's already close enough to my gun. I may as well grab it. If I'm doing a rip for my appendix holster, I may as well go ahead and get on the gun. Okay? Which I'm not carrying my appendix holster today, just because it's cold. You can see I've got a few layers on, and it's harder to get an inside the waistband holster into that. So, again, clear the weapon and grip the weapon. The way I do that is I make a C motion. It's up, back, and down. Up, back, and down, like a C motion. Okay? At that time, I'm hooking the bottom of my garment up and over. This pins everything to the rear, and this is coming in behind the back strap of the gun. I'm pushing the gun down into the holster. Okay? At that point, I will be deactivating any retention features, thumb brakes, ALS levers, whatever. I don't even mention the SERPA because the SERPA is not worth mentioning. It's shit. Now, the next count as we do this, okay, is I'm pulling my weapon up as high as it'll go. Now, the only way to get this weapon as high and close to my armpit as it'll go is just to do this, just to let the shoulder articulate some as well. All right, that is one motion. 1, 2, no, 1. You're just going to use a straight upward pull, as high, hard, and quickly as you can. Once you get this grip, boom, right there. Now, notice I'm extremely tight to my body. This assists me in weapon retention, okay? And once I came back here, I can camp the weapon if I need to, so nothing gets in the way, all right? But as I sit, nothing's getting in the way as it is, okay? You see I'm wrapping my slide just fine, all right? Nothing's there to get in the way. My weapon is angled inboard because if I'm involved in a close quarter shooting, this helps me ensure that my bullets are hitting the target. My other hand is going to be up and in the fight, okay? Some people teach grab their chest, whatever. I prefer to put my hand out in front, okay? And the reason for this is simple. Let's assume my double end bag here, okay, is someone going down, going after my weapon. Well, I'm here, and now I can put rounds on board into them. I know my hand's out of the way because my muzzle is pointed at a downward angle slightly. Not much of one, but downward nonetheless, okay? And I'm putting rounds in the breadbasket. All right, so 1, access and clear. Okay? Access and clear. 2, straight up. 3, straight out. Okay? Now, if you use a weapon light, weapon-mounted light, one thing that I've been working on is as I come to here, as I come to position 2, I'm indexing on my switch. I'm already indexing on that switch. That way, if I'm fairly well certain that I need to draw my gun, and I may need to do a 100% target ID. Maybe it's not so much to identify that the target is a threat, but to get a better shot on the target. You know, if I see someone hobdiddling around with a long gun, you know, obviously they're a threat and I need to point my gun at them, but I may need to determine where I need to put my bullets, okay? So here, as I come up, I can go ahead and get on that switch. That's if you use a weapon mount light. Again, my finger is straight and off the trigger, but if I use my thumb, which is how I would normally do this when I'm extended, then at that point, if I need to go to a one-handed shot, I don't have that option. So I index on my switch. If I'm not running a weapon light, I don't index far away. I'm up here, just right here on the takedown lever. But you know, I like to index on the switch during the draw. So 1, 2, 3. You know, there are people that teach 4 count, there are people that teach 5 count. The way I see it, you are an intelligent human being, okay? If you are able to get on YouTube and look for a video, you are somewhat intelligent, okay? You know, hey, you know what? I know not everybody's the next Einstein. I'm damn sure not. But I'm not going to insult your intelligence and tell you you need 1. Obviously, you have to get to the frickin' gun. 2, obviously, you need to grip it. 3, obviously, it needs to come out of the holster. 4, obviously, it needs to point at the frickin' target. 5, if I'm shooting two-handed, at some point they have to come together. 6, I extend and aim. 7, why do I need to tell you it takes 7 distinct actions to fire a handgun? It does not. It does not. Really? It takes 4. Get to the gun, which includes grabbing a hold of it, orient the gun on target, get on the sights, trigger squeeze. Okay? Let's think efficiency. Next thing. When I access my weapon, alright, I'm going to go ahead and take an athletic posture of some form. Now, will I always be able to use a perfect shooting stance? Hell no. Not just no, but hell no. Okay? But by taking that athletic posture, I'm in a better position to get off the X, one way or the other. You know, I'm in a better position to use leverage to shove a friendly out of the way. And I probably was off camera like a motherfucker over there. Anyway, so athletic posture, access the gun, gun on target, first round on board. One more time. Access the weapon. Weapon comes up. Fire. Some caveats about this. By bringing the weapon here, in my peripheral, I can see right here by my muzzle and my weapon light. I'm on my front sight now. Okay? Will this be a perfect shot? No. Will this be a shot towards the camera? You tell me. So I can start putting bullets on board from this position. Okay, so you can shoot through the drawstroke if you need to. If you're close enough, you can start shooting right here. Next thing, while we're talking about drawing the weapon, understand that if you need to move when you need to draw, those two things need to happen at the same time. Okay? So you don't need to draw then move, or move then draw. You need to move at the same time. And I know I'm off camera. That was just a highlight point. I'm going to start from over here a little bit further. Again, you need to move and draw at the same time. Okay? Remaining static. 1, 2, 3. Notice my hands up here, out in front of me. And yes, I'm looking at my holster. We'll deal with that in a minute. Again, 1, 2, 3. A little bit quicker. One more time. Alright, that's just my take on drawing a pistol. If you open carry, will the same practice work? Sure. You still have a concealment garment. Alright, get on the gun, which to do that you must first get to the gun. Gun on target, sights on target, trigger squeeze. Alright, now, while we're talking about dealing with holsters, I'm going to talk about looking at the holster. one instructor I'm very fond of is quite adamant that that's a good thing. And I'm going to use his line here. That first of all, that instructor is Mr. Gabe Suarez of the Suarez Group. Number one, I'm shooting. Nobody ever won their gunfight by getting to the holster quickly. Okay? Now, I've got 1, 2, 3 layers above my holster right now. Now, who's to say, after I do a rip, they don't fall down like this. Now I'm fishing. I'm pulling. You know, I'm doing all kinds of crazy shit. Why don't I just pull them all the way, get a look, and securely seat the weapon? Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, I'm a police officer. I need to have... Well, if you've got somebody at gunpoint, wait for back up. Because if they were posing enough threat that you were justified in pointing a firearm at them, then obviously they want to do bad things to you. Why on earth would you fight them fairly, one-on-one? Makes no sense, does it? If you can't get back up, well, then I would very, very adamantly suggest that you do not use standard cuffing procedures. Use joint locks in the process of that. Hopefully I can get someone to work with me on use of joint locks for a video later on today. So, again, when drawing a weapon, hand up here. First count is getting to the gun, getting on the gun. Second count gets the gun on target. I'm oriented towards the target already. Third count puts the sights on target. And once you've got your sights on target, you determine whether there is a step 4. Getting on the gun, to me, is a 3-stage process. Grab the gun, pull the gun, present the gun. Okay? And when you put it back in the holster, take a look-see. Why? Shit can get in the way. Fumbling, there are more chances to have ND the more you fumble with the weapon. And if you have to take somebody at gunpoint, wait for backup. Get a look. And go safely to the holster. You should holster your weapon reluctantly and draw it like you've never needed anything more. Alright, hope y'all stay safe, stay frosty, and enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.